Today, let's sew a shirt inspired by a 70s pattern. Welcome, ID Sewing and DIY related content, and today we are sewing a brand new shirt. So I got this pattern, I think last summer, maybe 2 summers ago, and it's M8493, and it was a vintage pattern from the 70s that was a reproduction, and we're going to try making it today. Now, when I was looking over the instructions for it, I actually was a little overwhelmed by all the steps for the pocket. I just felt like it wasn't necessarily the clearest, and this is probably why I've waited so long to start working on this. This has been cut out for probably 6 months or so. So I decided to start with the collar first, as this seemed like a much easier starting spot and it didn't rely on any of the other pieces, so I really wasn't going that out of order. So for this, you just matched it with right sides together and then took a pin and then sewed up that long seam. So I just did this on my serger to make it nice and quick and also to have it be like nice and finished. And once I did that, it just gave me confidence that I could start on this. So then I went back to the pockets. So for the pockets, there's little dots that you are going to be reinforcing for both like the top and bottom of the pocket itself. So I just marked those. I had used chalk and then I just like put pins as well. And we're just sewing over each of those little dots just to reinforce it some because we're going to be doing a lot of work in this area. Once the seams were done, I went through and just clipped it. So basically you're getting as close as you can to that seam without actually cutting through it so that you have this little fabric tab that you can move back and forth. Now for that little piece of fabric, we are going to be doing a rolled hem. The instructions were a little confusing. I think it's more the visuals that are throwing me off for it. So I just opted for a rolled hem. I do think it was supposed to be something slightly different, but I couldn't figure out what it was trying to tell me to do. So I just did a very narrow rolled hem here for either pocket, and then I just took a seam directly across. So once I had that done, that is kind of the prep for the pocket stage itself. And then you're just going to be taking the pocket piece and now adding it on top. So here is what that little edge looks like. Now the pocket piece is kind of like this quarter of a circle, and it has both the right and the wrong side, and we're just going to be laying it on top so you actually don't finish off the raw edges. I just went ahead and serged all of it to make it a little neater looking, especially for like the final product. And then I pinned it in place. So for this, it says to hand baste all the two edges, so the curved edge and then the bottom edge. So I just went through, hand basted this all so that it laid nicely. And then the cat decided she wanted to help too, so Stuffing had a little introduction to the shirt she oversaw, and then I just continued my way hand basting it all up. Once it's hand basted in, you then are going to be sewing it, but from the front. So I used like thread that was a different color so it was easier to see, especially when I did it from the front. And then for this, just very carefully going through and sewing up every place that was hand basted. You can also feel the pocket as you go through it, so that helps you with this too. Once I had both of them sewn in though, the pockets are then complete, so this is what it looks like. You can see that little opening. We have that raw edge because that's going to be where we're connecting it to the back. So now it's time to start working on our shoulder seams. So these super easy, you're just matching the shoulder seams together with right sides together. And then I'm just going to be taking a seam directly across. So for each of them, just pinning these up and then taking those two seams. Now it's time for us to add in our collar. So I took that collar that I had sewn earlier, matched with right sides together to the neck portion of the shirt since we had just sewn in the shoulder seams, and we're just going to be going through doing that. So I found that this part was pretty straightforward just to go through and sew this first in there. Stuffing decided she wanted to help more, so she was very active in this pattern. But once you have the neck originally sewn, you're then going to be folding this over and sort of acting like making that full mock neck itself. I will say this part slightly confused me because it talked about that you wanted to do like you folded it over and then you went through and pinned it all up, which is what I did, and then they wanted you to machine sew this. The little icon though that they'd used for the visual looked like they were hand sewing it, so I don't know if you were supposed to hand sew or machine sew. I did find that it was doable on the machine, it just did take some time. So here's what the neck looks like. It came out really nicely and I'm happy with how it looks. It was just definitely a process to go through all of that. The back of the shirt though is looking really nice too, so you can see that this is exactly in the middle where we had sewn it all together. So everything's looking good, so now it's just time to continue moving on. So next step, it's time for some sleeves. So I put the sleeves in, but big note here, I had to take all of this out later as I did not like how it looked. So everything that I'm doing at this point, you can decide, this is how you would go through the process. I think it was just more that as I was working on this, I realized that I didn't really like the shirt. It wasn't a matter of fit, it was just I didn't like the style of it. So I did go through all of this, I sewed it all up, but then I am going to make a change at the end. So the original shirt itself is supposed to be long sleeve. That was one of the options. So I just went through the process of pinning all the sleeves in place and then pinning the side seams up. So basically adding the sleeve and side, sewing this all up as one. So here is what my shirt looks like. You can see both sleeves are complete, both side seams are complete. So it's really just about finishing off the hem for the bottom of the shirt as well as the cuffs. Everything came together pretty quickly. Now for the hem at the bottom, it just has you do a rolled hem. You could have for the shirt also done a drawstring option at the bottom, which I think the drawstring is exactly what was supposed to go with this original view. I opted not to do the drawstring. I don't necessarily like when shirts do that, so I stuck with their view D. I did really like how this pattern has so many different options you could go between. So I think that that's a really fun little modification you could do, but if you are somebody who really likes a drawstring, you could definitely have done that as well. And then I did try on the shirt at this time. I saw that the sleeves were very long, but the shirt does have you do pretty wide cuffs. So I just measured out 4.5 inches on each side for the cuff because mine needed to be a little bit shorter anyways. And then I just sewed all of this up, basically like a little rolled hem at the top so you can't see the raw edges, and then just made sure it was even on both sides for each of those sleeves. Once I had it all in place though, I just went ahead and took the seam for both of the sleeves, and then I also went through and then did the hem at the bottom of the shirt so that everything was hemmed, everything was complete, and it was ready to go. So this was how it came out at first. It's definitely just bigger than I expected. I understand that, part of this maybe was a sizing issue. I did do a mock-up and this seemed to be the correct size when I was using the other fabric. I think part of it is because it's a knit and it is like a looser knit, so it just kind of got bigger over time, which is probably something that I did not take into account. I also just not really a fan of the sleeves for how they look. I'm fine with the overall shape for like the front and the length. I did shorten it, so I think it helped that I shortened it or else it would have been way too long. But there's just, if you had added the little drawstring, that may help like cinch some of it together. But it definitely is just not my favorite shirt, nor did I see myself wearing it as it is. So that's why, we got to go through, we got to fix it. Looking at the pattern itself, I do think everything was mostly sewn correctly. Like the sleeves are really big in it, the cuffs are really big, the neck is really big. Like that's just what this shirt looks like. So that's why I mentioned like the more I sewed it, the more I was like, I just don't think I like what this looks like. So what I ended up doing was basically just redoing the shoulder and sides and like the sleeves itself. I just took out some of the shoulder to make it less of a drop shoulder, and then I shortened the sleeves to just make it be a short sleeve shirt. So this is what it now looks like. I do think it looks a lot better than before. I'm much happier with it. I can see myself wearing this. I also like that this kind of gives me the option. I could wear a light cardigan over it if I wanted to, and I just feel like it's not as overwhelming as the other shirt was. I do think that this shirt was a great example of, even if you do the mock-up, even if you sew everything, sometimes the items that you make just don't turn out as you think they're going to. And sometimes that can be due to the fabric choice. Like this fabric is a very loose, drapey knit. And while for the shirt you did need a knit, maybe it just wasn't the right one. I do think the shoulders look a lot better though. Everything really looks better for this shirt. So I do see myself actually wearing it now. I added a fun little scarf just because I felt like that kind of went with the 70s motif of it. But I am glad that this is finally done. It is off my sewing table and I don't have to worry about it as like a project that's just kind of haunting me there anymore. I did try this with a sweater. I think it works well, so I could wear this as it is. I could wear it with a sweater. I could also see wearing this with a skirt, like that could be kind of fun to do as well. So lots of different options. So here is a close-up of the shirt just in case you want to see any of the details. So the pockets do look really nice. I tried to just kind of see what you could do with them. They definitely are more decorative pockets though. The neck looks really nice. I do like this collar element and detail. It is fun, and I don't really have any shirts that are like that, so that's good. Shoulders look a lot better. I do think that I'm just not a fan of that super large drop shoulder, but I know that that was what the style was supposed to be, so it's just not my style. But everything did come out pretty nicely. It is also very neat on the inside, so I love that when a shirt turns out neatly. The back looks good, so everything came out really well for the shirt overall. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next.